Hey, it's Monica B, creator of HeyMonicaB.com, a blooming resource on Ayurveda and author of In Your Elements, a blooming Ayurveda guide to creating your best life. I wanted to talk about something that is probably affecting a lot of people right now. And it stemmed from a question from one of you that said, she asked me about empathy and how much empathy she should have for people because she seems to soak it up like a sponge. She's very sensitive and she can't really hear about other people's struggles and things that they're going through without taking it really personally and internalizing it and soaking it into her own energy. So she said, what do I do if I'm feeling all of these feelings from other people? And that is what I like to call an energetic hangover. And sometimes the energy of other people, whether it's aggressive or sad or helplessness, you name it, all the negative things that people can go through when they talk about it to you, it seems to really feel like it's going to soak into your soul. And over time, sometimes it does. That stuff rubs off, right? But the good news is so does the positive stuff. So especially in what's going on right now out there with all the politics and all the stuff, we might be feeling a little bit like we have an energetic hangover. And so I've got a couple tools, 2 things that you can do to sort of relieve that and get your energy back. The truth is, none of that energy is yours. You don't have to hold on to it. You can let it roll off. Sure, things that we get externally are going to make an imprint. Maybe we'll think about it for a little bit, but let's start to absorb and take in the things that really serve us, the new learning, the new friendships, the inquiries about your children and what happened in their day. Let's remember all of those good things that we can talk about, that we can learn, that we can share, we can gain wisdom, all of those amazing things. Creating things with other people, creating things by ourselves, all the good stuff. Let's hold on to that. And let's talk about what to do with the stuff that doesn't serve us so we don't end up with an energetic hangover. Okay, number 1, I like to visualize when I do a meditation. I just sit with my eyes closed. And you can go through your whole, whatever your meditation practice is, you can do that first. Or if you don't really have that, you can simply just sit down, close your eyes. And what I like to visualize is hovering over my head. I have like a jellyfish shower cap thing. So what it does is, mine is pink and it's kind of curly on the edges and it's got all these tentacles. And what those tentacles do is they sever ties. All the ties that I'm feeling that somebody else has my energy from here to there. If it's connecting to something from wherever, this person, that person made me mad at the grocery store, that person cut me off in traffic, the person said something sassy to me at work, my kids said something sassy to me at night, whatever all those things are, they hold on to us like this, like little strings or ropes even. So I take the thing, I put it over my head and I let the tentacles cut it off. And I'm sort of in a protective layer with a hover over my head of white and pink light. And they just sever all of those energy strings to me so that my energy is restored. Okay. And then I build myself back up and I use the same energy hat and then I let it fill me from toe to head. Once all the things are cut, I let it fill me from toe to head with white, pure light so that I feel my own strength and I feel my own energy without having all of these energy ties to other people and their problems. That's number 1. So you could use the jellyfish jelly cap. Maybe it's just a jelly cap. That's kind of cute. Okay, so we're going to put on our jelly caps with all the tentacles and we're going to cut and sever ties. Number 2 is, I learned this in meditation class several years ago. And do you know that you have a giant rose? You have a giant magical rose and it's like big. It's like this big. And so when somebody comes at you and they're like, and they're talking about all the problems and their frustrations and their angers and this happened, they're complaining about traffic again, as if traffic's ever going to go away. It just doesn't. And so they're complaining, you hold the rose out in front of you. Now picture this rose to be whatever color you want. Mine has little glitter on the petals and sometimes it changes colors. Sometimes it's like the horse of many colors, right? Changes colors. Sometimes it's just rainbow color. Whatever you want your rose to look like, pick it. And you hold it in front of you and you go, all their words fall into the rose. Does it mean you ignore them? No, you listen, but you're like, you have a barrier. So all of their complaints and all of their things you're hearing and you can respond, but we don't have to soak it in. It's going to fall into all the rose petals. And we did this as an exercise in class and it was amazing. The teacher was like, okay, you don't have a rose in front of you. And the person was coming at you and you're like, we practiced on each other, right? It feels so good. And then they said, okay, hold the rose. And the person came at you again and they complained about the same thing. And this time it was just different. We were able to be present. We were able to listen, give them what they need, but it didn't soak in. It didn't affect me. I didn't feel that energetic, like, ugh, I don't want that. Why did it wasn't even mine. I don't want to carry that around now. Yeah. So those are two things that you can do to avoid an energetic hangover. The first thing is get rid of it. Let's clean out and fill ourselves with light from toes all the way up to the top of our head, filling every nook and cranny with as much light as we can. And number two is hold your rose out in front of you so that it doesn't happen in the first place, right? So just let their words fall in the rose. If you're ever feeling, I've done that so many times with people that are just like, baka, and you're like, oh my God. And there's your rose. So go ahead and practice those things. I hope that helps you. Let me know if you've got some other energetic tricks to avoid getting an energetic hangover or letting other people's negativity soak into you. I'm all ears. Go ahead and share your chats below and we will all be able to read them and benefit from them. So let's create a real community around this. We're here to support each other and love each other. And as always, we're doing our best to bring this Ayurveda to life. Mwah.